Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel, Questions for Christians. Not a big fan of intros. I feel like it makes it a little bit less personal and kind of feels like I'm trying to sell you something. So if you want to know what this channel is about, it's really just about, do you have a question for Christians, or are you a Christian with questions? Goes both ways. And I love playing with words in a way that just kind of works no matter who you are. The reason I wanted to make this short little video today is I found inspiration watching other people making YouTube videos and trying to answer questions for other Christians. And what I really found is that across the board on both sides, whether you be a Christian asking questions or someone asking questions of a Christian, everyone keeps arguing with each other, and it just doesn't really feel like it's the best approach. From everything I've learned, even talking to people in everyday life, no matter what you're doing, what you're selling, or even if you're just trying to help somebody, if you go into a posture of attack, it doesn't really help anybody. And luckily for any of you that are Christians out there and you're trying to embody evangelism as the Bible describes it, I would recommend that you look up Matthew when they quote that you will not find Jesus quarreling or shouting in the streets. And if we're here to embody Jesus, then I feel like that's probably a good thing and good advice to take, that maybe we should take a step back, try to breathe, and listen more than we speak. As well, if you look into Romans, it actually talks about those who quarrel over words should show more compassion to those who are weaker in the faith. And I think that can be true even if you're not a Christian, that if we find ourselves trying to straw man an argument, trying to point out who's committing a fallacy, or trying to play gotcha questions, it ends up just degrading the entire conversation down to a who won out of points or a boxing match, which at the end of the day, if we both walk away with bloody lips, I don't really think either side's going to be learning any good lessons other than how to harden their hearts and become more bitter. So this is really just my first video on this channel. I gotta admit, it's a little bit of a weird one to have a video of telling other people what to do when this is the first of mine. But it's just been on my heart that I want to encourage you guys, anybody that's out there, whether you be a Christian talking to Christians or you're a Christian evangelizing to non-Christians, just take a minute to put yourself in the shoes of others and ask yourself, are you finding yourself quarreling over words, not showing compassion to those who are weak in the faith? Or are you not modeling the example that Jesus gives us about shouting in the streets, as we find so many of our fellow Christians on street corners yelling at people through microphones? And God love them. I love my fellow evangelists, but sometimes they let the fire inside of them get so hot that it ends up burning people that actually had an open heart to hear the gospel. And God willing, probably will be able to reach out to them through a softer soul at a later date. So it's not that their soul is lost, but definitely an opportunity missed because we allowed the fire inside of us to turn into something that burned rather than something that helped and ignited a fire in them. So I hope, even though this is more directed towards the rest of us Christians, I know that every non-Christian is, especially me, guilty of the same. Just arguing too much, not listening enough. if we could spend the rest of our lives just focusing on listening more, I don't really think that there is a point where we listen too much to what somebody has to say, ask too many questions about why somebody believes or thinks the way they think. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, if you walk into a conversation and you think you have all the answers, you've probably already lost, because you're not going to be open to hearing what the other person says. So don't debate, listen, read your scriptures, be a role model of Jesus as he did it, and don't quarrel over words. God bless. Thank you for watching this channel, and I'll try to give some more videos that are a little bit less critical of others, but directed at answering the questions as the title provides. God bless y'all, and have a great rest of your day.